Passage 1, Organic Food Starts to Prove Its Worth by Rachel Cernowski. At the supermarket, there are usually two sections in the produce aisle. In one, all the fruits and vegetables from apples to zucchini are labeled organic. Often these products cost more than the ones that look the same but don't have the organic label. The big price tag can lead people to assume organic food is better than conventionally grown food. But in the United States, the label simply means that the food has met guidelines set out by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. For instance, organic fruits, vegetables, and other crops must not have been treated with synthetic fertilizers, certain pesticides, or sewage sludge. Meat, eggs, and milk must come from animals that have been raised according to specific health and welfare standards. Also, farmers may not treat these animals with antibiotics or growth hormones and must raise them on organic feed. Products with multiple ingredients must contain 95% or more organic content. What benefits the organic label might signify, though, have not always been clear. For years, scientists have been trying to tease out whether organic foods are themselves different than those grown conventionally. Research is beginning to show organic foods can be better, and not only for the people who eat it. Growing foods organically also can help the environment, new data show. Many people buy organic food because they think it's healthier. But whether it remains is an open question, even after years of research and debate. A 2012 study found no real difference between organic and conventional food in terms of nutrition. Its findings appeared in the Annals of the Internal Medicine. More recently, a team of experts in England and elsewhere came to opposite conclusion. They reviewed all the research they could find on this question. The team chose 343 studies for its members to analyze. They published their results in the July 2014 British Journal of Nutrition. Organic crops contain an average of 17% more antioxidants than crops grown conventionally, they found. Antioxidants are compounds in many fruits and vegetables. They are not listed on a product's nutrition facts label, but there is evidence that people who consume foods rich in antioxidants have a lower risk of diseases. Charles Benbrook is an agricultural economist at Washington State University in Pullman. He also was an author of the British Journal of Nutrition Study, and he is quick to point out that his team's analysis does not mean all organic foods are more nutritious. Every study reports dozens of results involving different nutrients. For some, nutrients organic might be higher. For other, nutrients conventional might be higher. And for a lot, there are no real differences, Benbrook says. The study did not identify specific fruits or vegetables where the organic or conventional variety was more nutritious. However, farming practices can have the biggest impact on nutritionally dense food, Benbrook notes. There are only modest differences in the nutrient profile of organic versus conventional cucumbers or lettuce, he says. But there are big differences between conventional and organic berries, apples, tomatoes, and other nutrient-dense produce. His group study also found that conventionally grown farm crops are 4 times more likely than organic crops to contain pesticide residues. For many people, that's enough reason to buy organic. Passage 2. Is organic food worth the higher price? Many experts say no, by David Lazarus. Kristen DeMarco knew for sure that she wouldn't be buying anything organic. I just feel like I've already built up an immunity to anything that might be in my food, the 26-year-old told me. Besides, she said, why would she want to pay a markup that can run double or triple the cost of conventional food? I don't think there's a big difference in quality to justify those prices, DeMarco said. She's not alone. The market research firm Mintel released a study last week showing that younger consumers, the fickle Gen X and millennial crowds, are decidedly cynical about the high prices charged for organic goods. Only about 40% of Gen Xers believe that organic is organic, Mintel found. And about half of all consumers think labeling something organic is just an excuse to charge more. Consumers are increasingly hard-pressed to justify the added expense, said Billy Roberts. Mintel senior food and drink analyst. As such, sales have hit something of a plateau, where they likely will remain until consumers have a clear reasons to turn organics. The marketing of organic food should rightly make consumers wary. Is it really better for you? Is that different from conventional foods? According to Consumer Reports, organic foods and beverages run an average of 47% more in price than conventional alternatives. In some cases, the markup can be more than 300%. That's a hefty difference. What you're paying for, presumably, is a more healthful diet. That means produce that hasn't been drenched in pesticides, chicken and beef hasn't been pumped full of antibiotics, milk with even more nutritional value. Lisa Herzig, an associate professor of nutrition at Fresno State, said, "Common sense suggests that consuming foods with fewer pesticides will be better for you, but not enough to justify paying significantly more. Buying organic does not necessarily mean that there's more health and nutrition benefits," she said. The pesticide content will be higher with conventional produce, but it's still at safe levels. Herzig said that what people who consistently eat organic foods are purchasing is the emotional satisfaction of knowing they're taking steps to improve themselves and the environment. Is it actually better for you, she said? I'd go with no.